Welcome back to Average Joe, episode 8. We're gonna see who Larissa eliminates for the finale.
I can't continue with this process. I'm on my way back to Cleveland. I wish you all the best.
So Fredo writes Larissa a letter quitting the show because she saw how she was with the hunk and they were like making out, and he was like, you know, you're giving us like nerds like little pecks. Here you are like almost like, you know, softcore with this guy.
Sweet.
The only good thing about Fredo leaving was that he is the one that I was going to eliminate anyway.
She is so cold. Here she's like, well, he rejected me, well, I'm gonna reject him too.
So excited to have you guys here, you have no idea. And I look forward to going to your hometown.
So she's got 2 hunks and 1 nerd, and gee, I wonder who's gonna win this show. As she goes to their hometowns and gets to know who they are.
A few moments later.
I think I built him up to have this mystery and have more going on, and I keep wanting to believe that, and I keep wanting to believe that there's more to him. So what's your favorite book?
Favorite book? Huh? I really don't read books.
What?
It's the last one you read.
I have no idea.
Well, I'm out, man.
Jim just doesn't get in depth about things a whole lot. He just doesn't have a whole lot to say.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? So you go back to the person's hometown, you get to see the real life. You're no longer in this fantasy island. And Jim, he looks good, but he's coasting on his looks. He doesn't read that much. He doesn't have any aspirations. He's just a good looking guy coasting on his looks. And that'll go good for about 10 years. And then it starts going downhill, okay? So Larissa knows like Jim, he's a good looking guy. I want to sleep with him. But beyond that, that's it. Once upon a time, I was dating this girl, beautiful blonde girl. We're both dating other people. And she was like, hey, Gio, by the way, I stopped seeing that, you know, the guy with like the perfect abs and the body, the trainer. And I'm gonna sleep with you now. You know, I was very abundant at that time. So I was like, okay, cool. What changed? And she was like, you know, the guy's so hot. He's like a dodo bird, you know, like he's so stupid. I'm surprised he's still alive, that he didn't go extinct. And he's like, I have more fun with you, you know, even though he's probably more physically attractive than me. So it just goes to show like looks aren't everything as time goes on. When you learn game, over time, your value grows. When you're good looking and you don't have game, over time, you have high value in the beginning because of the first impression, and then over time, the value drops. Remember this, with women, her attraction to a man can change quite drastically over time based on the guy's behavior patterns. With men, it's not as drastic, right? A woman can have really good behavior patterns, but if she's not attractive, our attraction levels don't change that much. This is just how our brains have evolved, okay? It's no one's fault. It's just what it is. So in order to win in dating, you have to understand that. So as a guy, if you have a low margin, if you're not as good looking, you need more time and you need good game to display value for her and to show her the truth of who you are to get her to fall in love with you. If you don't have proximity and you don't have time with her, you're not able to compete. But if you improve your style, you improve your nonverbals, you improve your game, you'll have a shot, okay? And as you improve those things, your other areas of your life, the way you talk to your mom, dad, your friends, your coworkers, all of those things also improve because you're working on yourself, you're growing. So don't feel bad that you picked the short end of the stick with your genetics. There's a lot you can do here. And over time, as you get older, you become better and better, wiser and wiser. Whereas guys like Jim just fall off a cliff. Okay, I've seen it over and over again. I had a lot of male model friends who were like at the peak and now they're just literally doing nothing with their lives. And I have nerd friends who were total nerds and virgins and now they're like Fortune 500 managers, or they sold a business and they're cruising, hanging out with hotties in Brazil. So life is not fair, but life does follow certain patterns, right? You have your cards, your lot in life, and what you do with it really counts here. And here, her experience with Jim here is a perfect example of why it counts. I mean, she's a little girl. She's still gonna make out with him and have her fun, but she's not gonna date him seriously.
A few moments later.
Well, you've been here since the very beginning, and here we are at the very end. What can I say? I feel like there's this magnet that draws me toward you.
Huh?
It's like no matter where we are,
Translation, I'm really sexually attracted to you.
we're on our own private beach, and nothing else matters, which is what makes it really hard for me tonight. In the end, I fear that that spark's not enough.
Translation, I need more than that. I'm looking for a serious relationship, not just a fling, okay? So she made the right decision here.
Good job!
I still have that crush. but I need something more. I'm sorry that I have to say goodbye tonight.
It's quite mature of her at 23 to recognize that, because a lot of girls just be like, she's so hot anyway, I want to date him. But she's like, look, I need more than that. I am looking for something more. So I respect her for this.
Keep going, come on. Yeah, got the whole room to do. Let's go. Got work to do.
So she goes to visit Gil, and he's a contractor, right? So he like repaints and remodels houses. He has his own business. So she's like, okay, this guy has something going on. That's cool. And he's pimping her out, you know, with helping him do the work. It's kind of fun.
Gil is really tied to Fort Lauderdale. He's got some really strong roots here. And, you know, it's one thing to talk about it, but it's another thing to really see it.
You're showing a girl your work, your life, your city, right? So she's really getting to see what life would be like in Fort Lauderdale with this guy. And Fort Lauderdale is a place that people move to.
Thank you very much. I will wear this.
So here's the thing about girls, right? Like once she chooses you, her goal, her dating strategy is to lock you down. Because as a guy who looks like this, there's going to be other options. The guys do the same thing when they see a girl that's like out of their league. He's trying to lock her down too. So it goes both ways. But for attractive guys at a younger age, it's hard to lock down because they have so many options. And their priority might not always be in a relationship.
Because it's just the coolest thing in the world. You know, you get to actually be someone else.
I was completely shocked when Gil told me that he wanted to be an actor. What? And I was kind of like, where did that come from?
Okay, so they're talking, and then like this is the first time Gil kind of like betrays his congruence. He's like, yeah, I'm a contractor, but like, you know what? I want to be an actor. And Larissa's been in that life. She's like, I was a model actor. So here's a secret. When people have regular jobs, like Bay Area, corporate programmer, whatever, their dream is to be the rock star, be the actor, model, go on these creative adventures. And then the creative people that have been modeling and acting, they're like, well, my goal is financial security. In acting and modeling, you have to be in the top 10 percentile to make a living. But once you get into the top 5 to 10%, you make a very good living. You can be a lawyer, doctor, a programmer, and you can work in tech and be in the bottom 80th percentile and still make a decent living. Right? So Larissa's like, why would you want to be an actor? It's such a hard job. And it's incongruent to everything you showed me so far. Do you not like your fixer-upper like company? What's going on? So this is a huge red flag.
Think you could do that with all the cameras? Would you be comfortable?
I don't know. I've never had a bit of, you know me, I'm nervous around him now, so probably not. So
I'd been trying to get Gil to open up and share his emotions and his passions with me, and this idea of acting just totally threw me for a loop. It made me wonder if he had been acting this whole time with me.
So she sees a red flag. Problem is that she has no other options now. She's got Gil and Brian, right? So it's like, she has to lock him down, you see?
What's your biggest fear from this whole thing? What are you afraid of?
Gil, whenever he doesn't want to answer, he'll go like open the fridge, he'll go like do something else, he'll go take a bite. So he's very, very avoidant behavior. She's not recognizing this right now. She's trying to get him to open up, but he's just not ready. He can't do it.
With Gil, more than any of the other guys, I feel like I opened myself up, knowing that he's very hesitant. I kind of put myself in a vulnerable position to feel hurt if somebody isn't reciprocating their feelings as much as I would be.
She's taking a shot. I like that about her, but you have to recognize when the other person's not invested in you as well.
I have the hardest time trying to step out of this perfect fairy tale world that we're in and get the real things on paper and say, what's the deal here? I mean, I hope she knows by now that I'm very interested in her, and I definitely see myself dating her. Thanks for coming to my hometown.
Thanks for showing me around. Most women need to be reassured every now and then.
She's right. She reads people quite well, given the time that they have together.
That to me means a lot.
Brian's dressing a little bit better. His hairstyle is much better than when he first started. His clothes are still a little bit baggy here, but he's much better than before.
I never ever thought in a million years I'd be out in center field of Fenway with Tim Wakefield. Never ever. With Larissa right there, it was like being in a dream. That kiss on center field with Larissa, it was like the Red Sox won the World Series.
He's a terrible kisser. You can tell how awkward these kisses are. Like, Brian doesn't know how to kiss. I mean, obviously he's a virgin. He hasn't dated any girls. So kiss is important for a girl. Okay, you gotta learn how to kiss. And I talk about it in my course. You can learn more at the links below. I show you a demo with my friend Sam. It's beautiful to watch, in my opinion. It's a soft but deep kiss, and you gotta learn how to kiss well, because women will reject you for a bad kiss. And I can tell just by looking at this, he doesn't know how to kiss.
From that first date, did you have a connection with Brian, you think?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. That's why I'm here with him right now.
I think they could see by the way I walked in with her that I'm just thrilled to death to be with this girl.
Hey,
Look at us.
Look at us.
Brian is the only guy who brought all his friends, right? So he's super real. He's like, here's all my friends and here's what they know about me. None of the other guys did that, you know, probably because they don't have a lot of close friends. They don't know how to communicate well. When you look like Brian, you have to have friends. You have to communicate well because people won't just want to be with you just because of the halo effect of being good looking. I like his friends. They're all really cool and supportive. He's got a good network here. Brian's gonna find a great girl.
You know, with Larissa around my friends, I liked kissing her in front of them. I want them to know that she's a keeper.
See, they're happy for him. I think these are good friends, man. I mean, they're like smiling. This guy's like a little bit awkward, but they're happy for him. That's great. These are the type of friends you want. You want friends who are happy for your success and not jealous, right? They want you to succeed. That's a good friend. Part of this journey to become good with women, as you get better, you realize it's not about the girl. It's about you becoming the man that you can be. And it's about you meeting all the people along this journey to get better with women that become your lifelong friends. It's about this journey of building a life. It's so beautiful because at the end of it, you realize it's not really about the girl. It's about my potential, okay? And the girl is like a bonus of that. That's the key to the secret.
I wanted to tell her. I wanted to say, you know, say.
She's like crying, she's feeling it, but you can see here in the micro expression, her eyes are crying, she's feeling vulnerable, but she's trying to get there. I can tell she wants to get there. She's like, I want to fall in love with this guy. He's got all these qualities that I want, but I can't get over the attraction factor. I just feel more attracted to a hunk, okay? She cannot get over it, and she sometimes maybe even hates herself for not being able to get over it. I know the feeling. Like a former Miss America model, like she has certain needs that it's hard to overcome that barrier, and it's not really her fault. I mean, I do believe genuinely she's trying to fall in love with this guy.
Al Larson, I'm going to do you a great favor.
Really?
From this moment on, whenever you meet someone in the future, you're only going to see what's inside them. So you respond to that, because that, my friend, is where the true beauty lies.
A few moments later.
Yeah, I should get your number then.
No, I'll get yours because with my luck, you'll lose mine.
Oh, no, I get it. Very funny. You got me. That was good. You could have just said no, but you went the extra mile. That was pretty harsh.
Oh,
shit.
I do.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The fact that he has so much emotion and that he's never felt that way about anybody, and to tell that to me it makes me feel amazing.
You lying?
I mean, I think she's a great actress, to be fair, but I don't think she's completely acting here. I think there's like a lot of truth here that she wants to fall in love with him. She's just having a bit of a hard time.
Gil is the one because many times when I kept thinking about him, when I was out on other dates,
Come on now, dawg.
that I would see things that would remind me of him, and it also intrigues me that he is guarded.
Come on, man.
This is called rationalization, okay? So when a girl likes a guy, she'll rationalize away his bad characters and behavior. Oh, I like that he's guarded because it makes him feel real. Nah, that's bullshit. She doesn't like that he's guarded, but he's her best choice. She feels attracted to him, so she's gonna rationalize that that's a good thing, okay? It's like, oh, I like that he doesn't talk to his ex-wife because, you know, she's crazy and he knows how to draw her boundaries, but in fact, like, he's like ditching their child, right? So women do this when they start investing in the guy. They believe in him. You want a girl to believe in you, but in this case, it's a red flag for sure.
I think you are too. That's why I think we're gonna have a really good time. And I think we got a chance.
Gil does this fake thing was like, yeah, you know, but it's not real. He's just attractive, that's all.
It was in your kiss.
You lying? Yeah.
And I always knew that you would treat me like a queen, and that night you did.
See, like, the conventional dating advice is treat her like a queen, put her on a pedestal, worship her. But really in dating, you want to treat her like a little princess, but then you also want to like challenge her. You also want to like give her a hard time. You also want to like play fight with her. She play fought with all the hunks, but all the geeks are like, I gotta be a nice guy, so she falls in love. No, like it's a false narrative. It's a misleading movie narrative that's not true to real life. You gotta give her a challenge. You gotta show her like, hey, maybe I don't want you. What besides your looks, Larissa, you know, you've seen my friends, you've seen Boston. If you did look like your mom, what are some qualities that will make me want to date you? These are things that Brian could have said, but he didn't. He just kept chasing her. So she knew that he was always available, and that kills attraction.
But you deserve a woman who can look at you right now and say, I love you too.
I love you, Chris, like a brother. We're friends, right? For sure.
I think you are the most interesting person I have ever met. I'm gonna miss you, Brian.
Don't. Bye.
I'm a good listener.
He didn't say anything, or he wasn't allowed to say anything. It's kind of sad. I wanted him to like rebuttal, but they didn't show any footage of this.
I want so badly to be able to feel for Brian what he feels for me.
I do believe she tried to get there with Brian. She just couldn't.
And I guess it's better to do it now than to wait 6 months from now, a year from now.
I've been this guy. I was rejected like 100 times by the time I was 23, still a virgin. I was rejected by every single girl I've ever asked out. And then came a moment after that where I made a deal with the universe and I said, listen, I'm gonna figure this stuff out or I'm gonna die trying. I hope that you help me on my journey, God. And I made this promise and I just went on this journey to get better because I never wanted to feel rejected again. So sometimes a rejection can create a seed for further growth if you handle it the right way. And if you have the right guidance and you meet the right mentors and the people that teach you how to learn this properly.
It's the end of what's been an amazing journey for me. I've tasted the highest high that I've ever had in my life. You know, our date in Boston was the best day of my life. Now I'm at the lowest point right now. This is the lowest.
I like how Brian, no matter what, he speaks the truth. And I'm sure he'll do fine after this because people watch his show, they'll know him. But not only that, like he's starting to realize like, look, I'm a good guy. I can do this. I deserve a good girl. And he's going to be able to grow from this.
You know, it would have been another dream night to hear Larissa tell me that she loved me back. And it didn't happen. I'm absolutely devastated. I really am. That hurts. That really hurts.
I like that he didn't badmouth her, he didn't get angry, he just showed the only emotion is like sadness and disappointment. And most guys would get angry or be like, screw that girl, she misled me. He didn't do that, he just really articulated how he felt.
But wait, there's more.
I told him who I was with, and he took it pretty hard.
What? What the?
I don't know how you react to something like this.
What?
When I found out that Larissa had been with Fabio, you know, I have a serious preconceived notion about Fabio. Who doesn't?
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Kind of why it's not fair because there's judgments placed on my ex that people assume he's a certain way.
Any guy in the United States of America can feel with me on this one.
What the hell?
So Gil reacts really badly when Larissa tells him that she used to date Fabio before this, and he reacts like a little kid. And this is a problem. He's been putting on kind of a fake front, playerish, opening up a little bit, but not really. And this is what happens when girls date players, right? Or guys who can't express themselves well, honestly, is eventually they find out who they really are and they become not attracted to them. But by then it's too late. You have a kid with a guy or you're already falling in love and it's hard to get out.
He's on the cheesy romance novels. I mean, with some cheesy pose sitting there. It's beyond me.
I can't believe it's not bothering me.
First of all, so what? Second of all, it's wrong for you to assume that just because he's famous for this, that he's a certain type. You have no idea what they're like in their private lives. This is just so judgmental. It's kind of a funny irony where like Larissa judged the nerds for being not good looking and now the hunk is judging her for who she dated.
Yeah, so go with my instinct proved not to be right. I feel like everything that he's said, everything that he's done, every time he's kissed me, every time he's touched me, meant nothing.
Really, bitch? Just all I have to do is say, put yourself in my position. That's all I have to say to anyone. Put yourself in my position.
Huh?
And what is it that irks you about it? And it's the same thing that irks me. Fabio. That whole thing keeps just regurgitating. I don't see how that can be any good. So this has been a great experience and let's just take it for that and be done with it.
What? Hardest part about saying goodbye to Gil is that I know that we had a great time and I know that we could have a great relationship and there could be a lot of potential there. And it just really sucks that he can't accept it. But maybe now I know how Brian Worth feels.
I want you to know that I'm always gonna be there for you.
Then they show a clip of Brian. Here's what you missed out on, Miss Larissa. This show is so messed up. Look, she's 23, she's a young girl, she'll figure it out. She's pretty smart, I think. I don't think this is a bad experience for her.
I know that the way that I feel right now, I have not felt in a long, long time. To have that rejection.
Hot girls like her don't usually get rejected. When they do feel it for the first time, it's kind of like disorienting. It's like, whoa, what is this? Someone's rejecting me? What? Are you crazy?
And it's kind of funny because I'm sitting here rejecting guys. 25 guys went home that were rejected. And in the end, I'm getting rejected.
So she's self-aware. I mean, a lot of people hate on her, but I actually think she did pretty good on the whole show. She did her best, you know, given the situation. She didn't know that egg hunks were gonna show up, you know.
You know, it didn't pan out in the end as far as a relationship with Larissa, but Brian Worth with no Oz is gonna walk out of here with his head held high. I have so many fond memories from this whole experience, and I just want to keep them going. Cheers. It's been worth it. I've taken a risk. You know, I've grown emotionally. I'm a different person than when I started this. And that, to me, it's priceless.
I think if there's one lesson from this whole season that I will impart to you is that going on this journey to master your dating is worth it. And hopefully you go on this journey with the guidance of a coach or a program or some type of philosophy that allows you to go on this journey by being more authentically yourself. The first step. And then the second step is being authentically yourself and winning the rules of the game, right? So you're authentic, but you're authentic in a way that adds value and attraction the more people interact with you. And when you do it that way and you figure out your communication style that way, you build up a repertoire, a tool set of being able to do that with people, that to charm people, to influence people, to get job offers, which I did. I had like 6 job offers, you know, before I took the Google offer. Once I learned this, you get options when dating. You just become a better communicator and you're able to let the world know who you really are. So instead of going on this path of being a player and saying all these like love bombing lines or, you know, pretending to be someone you're not, you just learn it the right way. Okay, if you need some help with that, if you're single, check out the links to my courses. It's in the YouTube description. If you're on your journey right now and you need some help, subscribe to the channel, give this video a like. There's going to be more breakdowns, more videos that help you improve your communication skills, your social skills, your dating life. If you're struggling to get dates with women you actually find attractive, you're not alone. I was a virgin until I was 23. In fact, up to that point in my life, I've only been with one date set up by my mom. And I was rejected by every girl I've ever crushed on and asked out. It took me 7 years to get somewhat good at attracting women. But it doesn't have to take you that long. When I finally figured out how I can get my dating life handled once and for all, I had the privilege of dating some amazing women. That's why I know that if a skinny, dorky, acne-faced, socially awkward loner like I could do it, you can too, in a fraction of the time that it took me. Let me introduce you to my master course, First Date Formula, an online course that contains 10 years of my knowledge that you can access at any time to get your dating life handled once and for all. First Date Formula is a dating course that's unlike anything else because it is the only dating course for men that focuses on combining technical structure with self-discovery. It's a course that helps you optimize for being more yourself in a way that makes you attractive to the women you want. Inside First Date Formula, you'll get 187 strategies, techniques, and proven messages and lines that you can copy and paste in your online dating, texts, and lines you can actually say in person to spark attraction. Using the 5 honest signals that was developed from working with hundreds of clients in field and over 36,400 approaches that I've personally done. You will discover simple, structured lessons that help you adapt these strategies and lines to create your own story. You'll know exactly what to say to her from the moment you see her to the moment she asks you if she's finally your girlfriend. You'll never run out of things to say, and you'll never risk rejection from saying the wrong thing again. Best of all, you can actually attract your dream girl without ever feeling fake or inauthentic. You can finally become good with women by developing your own unique style of game using the principles in this course. Inside, you'll also find in-field footage of me breaking down how to talk to women on the beach, on the street, at the bar, at the club, at the mall, so you'll know exactly what to do the next time you see that cute girl. You can see my exact online messages, texts that I send to get the highest reply rates and set up hot dates. I'll show you how to build a social circle from scratch and how to plan amazing dates that get women chasing you. Whether you're looking for the ideal girlfriend or you want to be a good guy who dates around honestly without feeling bad about yourself, you'll learn how to do so inside First Date Formula. Don't don't just take my word for it. Here are some of my clients' success after using the techniques in this course.
I began to understand this process as something that could be strategized rather than something that originally felt like it was totally up to chance and luck.
My mindset started to change. My overall outlook on these interactions became much more positive.
I felt way more confident about going up to girls, and I actually landed a solid number, which was the first time that's happened.
I started noticing that girls were actually paying attention to me. They were noticing me. Some were even checking me out at the bars, and I'd get a look a couple of times, and then I'd finally, get the confidence to go over and approach. And more often than not, things went very well from there. I'd say I even dated some of the most attractive women I've ever dated.
Yeah, I got a girlfriend, but I am continuously going out there and basically practicing on talking to people.
Just by learning the principles of what it means to actually have a good interaction, I was able to connect them onto my Tinder. I was able, and I'm able to this day, to get multiple dates.
Stuff happened, and I'm really happy about it. First of all, thank you. I wouldn't really have done it without you.
If you want a taste of what this course is about, you can go to highintegrityskills/40. On this page, you can enter your email and download 40 unique attraction generating lines. That includes text you can send and lines that you can say to start a conversation, and you can use that tonight completely free. After you enter your email, you'll get a chance to watch a video where I give you the 5 honest signals and why they work so well at attracting high quality women. The video is free to watch and the course is optional. It's simple. Just go to highintegrityskills/40, enter your email, and you get everything.